What is up, guys? We are doing this Q&A on Caleb's channel, and he's sitting at the dining room table. Peek your head around. There he is. So yesterday he posted on Instagram, asked you guys to, you know, ask us questions on this post right here. So we're just gonna, you know, read the comments and answer the questions. So let me scroll back to the top here. We'll just start from the top. I'll scroll down. If I see, you know, questions that have been asked multiple times, I'll go a little bit more in depth on those. You know, Chow as well, because I have seen plenty of Chow questions here. But and questions for Caleb too. So let me you know, get to the top. So okay, right there. When will Garrett's car be done? I don't know who that is. Who's Garrett?
Oh,
it's
Garrett,
a question for him then.
I guess, yeah, Garrett has an S14 and it's getting a tube front and it'll be done. I don't know, you should probably call Tom because I'm not working on it. I just hang out.
There's your answer. Next question. How come they stopped driving the dually and the van? That's actually a really good question. The van, I already said this on one of our videos, that's more of a toy for me now. I don't want to daily it. I don't want to tow with it. You know, I gotta make a parts run or go out and pick somebody up or whatever. I'll take the van, I'll boost it, I'll do whatever. I just don't want to break it. The dually, I stopped driving that because it needs a new set of injectors. It needs front right ball joints, and it needs fifth wheel install. So I have been saving up for that, and when I have enough money to do all three of those things at once, I will bring it down there and get it all done at once. So that's the van and the dually right there. Those have definitely been repeat questions. Will Orion ever V8 swap the gen? Probably not. We'll see what happens when this V6 blows up. But I definitely like the Genesis V6 motor, and we'll probably put another one in there if it blows up. But for the most part, no, I probably won't do a V8 or a, you know, a 2J, 1J, whatever. I'll just keep it Genesis. When will the Lexus be done? That's one of the big ones, the Lexus. All right. I don't know when the Lexus is going to be done, nor do I care right now because I'm chilling in Florida at Harbortown Fab, getting the Genesis roll caged. This story has been told numerous times. I don't know what else to say about it. When I want to grab the car and finish it on my own, I will go grab the car and I'll finish it on my own. With that being said, you know, you could revert back to previous videos if you want to really hear the full story on that. I don't want to get into it. Next question. It's a little bit personal. Leo and Jonah, where did they go? Well, I did, you know, oh no, we broke up. Me and Jonah broke up a while ago, definitely a little while ago, like right after we got back from the first tour. She's a great, you know, she's a great girl. It just wasn't really working out for us. We had, you know, two different visions about what we wanted, and you know, we just, you get it. Leo went with her because, you know, she's a dog trainer. She's a professional dog trainer. She takes really good care of him. Leo really loves her, and it was definitely better for Leo to go with her than to come with us because she gives him, you know, the attention and the care that he really needs. Chow, next question's for you.
Do I play soccer? I used to, then I got injured, then
now he's doing drift shit. Is the Genesis the car he's going pro with? Yes. Yes, it is. At this point, I've definitely said that before. It is. I did see another question. I was reading through the comments earlier. I saw one that was like, what's good with like the professional drifting plans? You want to talk about that a little bit? Hey, why don't you come say?
Should we just talk about it?
Should we not talk about it?
I mean, I think we should.
Do you want to talk about it?
We can talk about
you can talk about it. I'll go for it.
All right, so both of our plans were to do Pro-Am this year.
Yes.
When I was in Oregon still, I was coming east. These guys already live out east, and we thought, you know, why not kind of team up and do it together? You know, we can create content together. We have each other's backs. Mm-hmm. We're competitive, but also friends, and we encourage each of us to
push it
to do our best.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that that's something that
it's something you need almost.
Yeah,
like,
it's just nice. It's just nice
Yeah.
to, you know, if you're having a hard day, to have your good friend kind of give you a pat on the back and say, hey, you did your best, it's all good. And
better luck next round.
exactly.
You know?
But due to his car not being caged in time, and he wants to do a power upgrade. Have you talked about that?
No, I haven't.
Do you want
Just-
to?
No, power upgrade. Let's not talk about that.
Okay. So my car's being built. As you guys know, this is my channel, so that most of you guys know what I'm doing. And if you're new to my channel, I'm building a new S14. It's got a big V8 in it, and it's been a lot of money and a lot of time, and it's definitely a very serious car, which takes a lot of hours in building it. So this year, you know, we both are trying to run at least one round.
At least one round of professional drifting.
Yeah, I've driven one round of Pro-Am before. Have you driven one yet?
I ran one pro grassroots competition.
competition
Yeah, it was the
format.
same format
Yeah.
as professional, but grassroots level.
So we both have an idea of what it's like.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
yeah, it's so much
great.
fun. It's so much
It's
fun.
great.
And we want to get our foot in the door together, so we might just start fresh next year, come out swinging, our cars all dialed, and you guys can look forward to that on both of our channels and following both of our
The drift journey.
our journey to,
Yeah.
to becoming pro drivers.
Yeah.
It's something that I strive to do, and he feels the exact same way, so why not team up together? We have the same goals in mind, and we're friends. So
Yeah, that's honestly the perfect explanation for that question.
I'm gonna hop out of the shot and let Chow squeeze back in here.
Because the next question is for Chow. What are the future plans for Chow's LS?
4 bucket seats, maybe manual, but of course.
Yeah,
manual, just-
eventually,
yeah.
manual.
That's about
Forced
it.
induction. Is that it? No. All right.
That's about it.
Maybe
Heard
a
'em.
cage.
Maybe a cage. Maybe
Yeah,
a cage.
You've always got to keep the passengers safe.
Yeah.
Safety is very important to us.
For sure. Another dually question. Why is Chow such a stud?
Oh, good question.
Is Orion swapping the Gen? No. Does he plan on fighting Dan for the Lexus? No, I don't. I don't really want to get into that. 5-year drift plan, we kind of just went over that. What's your favorite type of music? Favorite songs? Opinions about the McGregor-Mayweather fight. Well, my favorite type of music, I listen to a lot. For example, like I use Pandora mainly for my music. I listen to like a lot of Florida Georgia Line. I'll put on like some G-Eazy or Hoodie Allen, or just Thumbprint Radio. I use Thumbprint Radio a lot, which is just all of that mixed in. That's me. I don't really follow fighting, so I know nothing about that fight type of music. I know he was following the fight. I wasn't. He was.
Me
so.
too.
But you?
Yeah, dude. I've watched every press conference. I'm all about
Those
it.
shit talking is pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'm
you watched every
I'm
single
all
one.
about it. And I followed MMA for a long time. I haven't followed boxing a lot, but I think that it's going to be sick. And if I had 120 grand, I would be ringside.
There
It's
you go.
120 grand for ringside tickets.
Favorite type of music?
Oh, I listen to a lot of hardcore and a lot of pop punk.
Hardcore and pop punk. That's
Yep.
Caleb Chow. If he can't answer it, I'll answer it for him. He listens to like a lot of throwback music, shit that, you know, gets you to sing along with
Now
it.
he has all the Now CDs. Now one.
Yeah, pretty much what that is.
Now 1 through 69.
Plans for pro drifting with Orion and you. We already went over that. Where's Leo? Already went over that.
Leo's dog.
Yeah, Leo's the
didn't
husky.
know.
Little husky.
Oh, duh. Seen the husky at the shop and stuff.
Yeah, he's great. He's a good dog. She's a good girl, but you know, we gotta go 2 separate ways.
I read that comment. I was like, who's Jonas? I didn't know.
Is Cam turboing the 5.0? I'm gonna step in and answer that for him. No. Cam wants to keep the 5.0 as simple and as reliable as humanly possible. So he's gonna keep it NA, carbureted, V8. It doesn't get much more simple than that. That is literally the most basic, you know, whatever. Why not put Cam's SR20 engine in Chow's LS after you fix it?
Yeah, it wouldn't even move.
I mean, yeah, what the fuck?
There's not enough torque to pull that big old body.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't think
That's like
a good
putting baby
idea.
feet on a fat girl.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Another, will you V8 the Gen? No.
He says that now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I did say, I'll say, you know, we'll see what happens when we blow the V6 up.
Dude, I was a Jay-Z purist. And then I had the opportunity to put an LS.
V8.
I was like, fuck it.
Alright, V8.
I was like, 550 horsepower NA for half the money? I'll take it.
Can't beat that. Why is Cam 5.0 swapping the 240 instead of the good old LS option? I'm just gonna go ahead on my talk for him because I know the answer to that question. The 5.0 we got for a killer deal, way cheaper than a full LS swap, and it is a full 5.0 swap. Literally every single piece you need to put it in the car came with the swap. And I think we got it for, what did we get it for? 1,500, 1,400 bucks?
I believe so.
Yeah, we got it for 1,400 bucks for the full swap. You're definitely not getting an LS swap for that much.
With the transmission?
Yeah, with the tranny, with everything. Literally, dude gave us all his circuits, all the switches, everything. So, with that being said, that's why he's using the 5.0 instead of the LS. It's purely affordability. The 5.0 we got a real good deal on it. Will Chow ever touch another S chassis?
I don't know. It's a nice like to learn on, but to own it, I don't know. Probably.
No.
They're hard to find for affordable prices now.
Yeah, definitely.
BMW is the way to go.
E36.
Like whenever somebody asks me, they're like, "Hey, what's a good affordable drift car?" E36.
E36 right away.
Even an E46.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
as long as it's not an M3.
Yeah, it can't be an M3, but the E36 for sure. Cheapest mods, like everything is DIY.
BC coilovers and the angle kit.
Yeah, you're good. What started the beef between them and Ricer Miata? At first, there almost was no beef. Like, we moved, he was still in high school, he couldn't join us, his mom wouldn't let him move out, and then the fans just went apeshit. What is that?
Dude, I don't know, it's in the hat.
the fans are you guys just kind of were coming up with theories and all this shit, and then that really is where the beef started. You guys started the beef, so...
This is the hide your face tattoo mod.
You should show them what happened. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of official hats, but it comes with a, this is so you can go to sleep with your hat on.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, dude. If you guys don't have these in your hats, then you're slipping.
Slipping.
I can't see anything.
Would you guys ever make a team time attack car? Yes, we've actually talked about that. That's something that I'm personally interested in doing. And Cam as well, so maybe one day down the road, you know, when we have a little bit more funding and a little bit more time, like when we're not pursuing the professional drift endeavor, take a step back, build a time attack car, and then step into that arena. Will any one of you guys get a real motorcycle? Me? Absolutely not.
No.
He doesn't want one. I know Cam doesn't want one, so I guess that's a no.
I want a Harley.
He wants a Harley. Caleb wants a Harley. When are you guys getting Hot Boy wheels? Me personally, I'm a big fan of the 1552 Tarmacs, so yeah, Jimmy Oak sent me that. Who sent you that?
I just saw it on Facebook.
Dude,
I'm gonna show these guys. It's on I-5 too, so it's over on
Dude, I swear to God.
Look at this stacker trailer with this ballin' ass slammed semi truck. Can you guys see that?
Look at this, dude.
Look how
Jimmy, fuck, how do I block his number?
Do not.
What's it, finger?
Jimmy Oaks, he literally sent me that picture of that slammed semi, which is fucking awesome. Alright, next question. It was the Hot Boy wheels.
Yeah.
Fan of 1552 Tarmacs. That's probably the wheel I'm gonna run for, you know, quite some time. Chow was in the market for Hot Boy wheels, but we, the pricing is not what we want to spend on wheels. It's almost unrealistic amount to spend on wheels that you're gonna be drifting and, you know, banging doors with someone. You don't want to ruin a $1,500 wheel, so, to answer that question, probably never getting Hot Boy wheels. A lot of Lexus. Why didn't Orion go LS? Yeah, we already talked about that. Who was that girl that went with Haggard Garage? If you're talking about the video from like yesterday, it's my girlfriend Haley. What are your opinions on women in the drift community? I like to see that. There's a few girls that drift locally at Lock City Drift, and they're really cool, so I guess that's my opinion. It's cool. We need to get more girls involved. I feel like drifting isn't like a man thing to do. Like, why can't girls do it, right? It's
graceful. So like, if there's no reason why women or a younger audience or older, like if you're 50,
anybody.
If you're 50 and you can walk and sit, and you should be able to get in the drifting. Like, there's no age limit or gender limitations for drifting. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like, that's why a lot of people that ride BMX and skate and stuff, they get older, they get injured, they get into drifting, you know, and it's a lot. It still has that adrenaline rush, but it's not as hard on your body, and it's, you know, I don't care what gender you are, what age you are, drifting is for everybody. It's a fun thing to do.
right, where's Dylan? This comment is definitely one of the more popular ones that I see on YouTube and on this, you know, scrolling through the comments. So it's something that I kind of don't really want to talk about, but I will talk about it this one time right here, right now, just to put it out there. Dylan he's done some stuff that I don't really agree with, you know, in his past and just recently, you know, to me and the team personally, that I do not appreciate at all. He wasn't really good, you know, to have around for the brand. We were declined a few times, you know, in a sponsorship situation because they went back, you know, they found our older videos where you fucking guys were calling them out for it, and it just looks really bad. So, you know, us as a whole team, as a company, as a group of friends, we kind of just sat down and we were like, look, man, like, you're really hurting us as a whole team, as a whole operation, and we politely asked him to leave. I did set him up with a few things so that he wasn't leaving, you know, with absolutely nothing. I definitely hooked him up as I, you know, asked him to leave politely. So with that being said, you know, we were buddies, but like I said, you know, his past is now affecting our whole future as a team, as a company, and like I said, you know, he's done some things that I don't really agree with, to me personally, and you know, to Cam, and just, you know, things that any normal group of friends would have, you know, asked him to leave, even if, you know, his past wasn't there. He's done some things just recently that I don't like. So moving on. Are Orion and Chow secretly gay for each other? How do you feel about the Genesis being your full drift car instead of the Lexus? Personally, I don't really care.
Wait, what's the Lexus that was supposed to be drifting?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the taxi, the 4-seater drift
Yeah,
car.
it was
I
for
thought
a
it was
little
supposed to be
bit.
like fan car, like just for fun.
Yeah, it still will be eventually when I grab it. But personally, I love the way the Genesis handles. I've always been a fan of slightly larger chassis. I just really like the way they feel, especially the Genesis. I got really comfortable behind the wheel of that car, so I actually enjoy it, that it's going to be a full drift car, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, like, our professional, you know, adventures to come. So
I think that the Genesis is a more competitive chassis.
definitely a more
There's more
big
options.
ass four-door, yeah.
There's more options
for sure
for suspension and fine-tuning the car to be faster, more grip. But the Lexus is sick.
Yeah, the Lexus,
I always wanted
like,
to.
we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Just keep in mind, like, it'll be done eventually, just like not now or like soon. Cam, Tonebone, Jimmy, kill one, marry one, fuck one. I'm marrying Jimmy. I'm marrying Jimmy all day.
Oaks?
Yeah, I'm marrying Jimmy all day. I'm gonna have to fuck Cam. Sorry,
Kill
Tonebone.
Tony.
I gotta kill you. I'm sorry. What?
Who's that?
Tonebone, he's just like our redneck buddy. He's like in the army and shit. Like, he's a cool dude, but I have to marry Jimmy, I have to fuck Cam, and that only leaves one option for Tony. What size turbo will Orion be running on his car?
What car?
Let's just delete that question. Getting a GS300, W58, or R154, reliability and cost. I'm gonna let Caleb take this question away because he knows way more about, like, specific engines, transmissions, like, so. And it doesn't even have to be, you know, GS specifically. You can answer it for, like, anyone who's trying to do a JZ manual conversion.
Okay, so when you do a manual conversion on pretty much any JZ motor, whether it's the NA 2J or it's 1J, 2J GT, doesn't matter. Your options, there's a lot now. There used to be, you got a W58 and an R154. W58 is cheap and it's a piece of shit and you'll break it instantly. The R154, pretty good transmission, very expensive. You cannot find an R154 for less than $1,500. And then there's, you know, still got to get a clutch, probably a new slave, and it might need to be rebuilt. It ends up being a lot of money. And the shift pattern, like the H pattern, is, I've had lots of them, and it's kind of bad. So, like, say you're in second and you need to shift up to third, it's not very smooth through the pattern, and it's almost kind of, it takes you a second. And with these turbo cars, they have a tendency to drop out of power band, fall out of boost, and then when you get it in the third, it doesn't go anywhere, it just straightens out. So Third option is a CD009, which is a 350Z, a late year 350Z transmission. That's what I have in my car with an LS. You can also use it with a JZ. There's lots of companies that make adapter kits for it, and they're about $500 at the junkyard. With the adapter kit and the clutch, you're looking at maybe $1,000 for the whole swap, and it shifts like a dream. 6-speed instead of 5-speed, and they hold. I think they're rated for like 700, but I've seen people push them farther, and I've seen people keep the power down lower to make them, you know, last. Yeah, I have friends that have CD09s that have lasted over 3 years, no rebuild, just change the fluid. So CD09 is probably your best bet, and then if you're going to the competitive side, maybe you want to do like a dog box or something, a 4-speed.
All right,
I should get CD09.
Yeah, Chow needs one of those.
Yeah, we have an extra one.
Oh, there you go. How did you meet Chow? Funny and interesting relationship. So my first 2 semesters in college, I stayed with Chow and his roommate Ben in their room, like, cause I didn't want to pay, cause I had to pay out of pocket for college, and I was working on the weekends to pay for it. I couldn't afford living on campus, so I literally slept in a fold-up chair under his bed, and that's how we met. We met in college, and then he was into soccer at the time, I was heavily into cars, and then, you know, he just said he got injured, and cars was like kind of like his second thing, so that's how that just worked so well. Do you have anything to add? That's pretty much everything, yeah. FD intentions. This is for you. Why did you do LS, and how much horsepower are you aiming for?
It's cooler to come over here.
Yeah, you're the guy.
Hey, just stay there.
I've answered this question. I did a Q&A for myself on my own channel, but I answered this question. But if you don't want to watch that, I did an LS because I got an opportunity with Harbortown Fabrication in Melbourne, Florida. I moved from Portland, Oregon. It's been hard. But the JZ, I was going to do a JZ, and it was going to make about 500 horsepower, and it was not going to be reliable. I was going to make the power. It was going to cost me probably close to 15 grand, maybe a little more, to build the 1J to that much horsepower and be somewhat reliable. And then I got an opportunity to work with Tom with the LS. It is a stroker, a 408 stroker, LS2 aluminum block, high compression, and it'll make about 550 NA on ethanol, maybe closer to 600, we'll see. We can also run nitrous on it, and it's going to make a lot of power. I got the opportunity to work with Holly Performance, who supplied pretty much everything for this engine, which cut the costs like more than in half, and I'm very thankful for that. 550 horsepower, it's going to be fast, it's going to sound sick, and it'll be done eventually.
There you go. Next question. What is the cheapest PC to get if I want to make a sim race setup, Logitech race wheel, and running? What do y'all use? So the cheapest way right off the bat, this is exactly what I did the first time. I literally went on Craigslist, I typed in i7 laptop, and I found one with an i7 that didn't have a chipset graphics card in it. So it was like an i7 laptop with like some like NVIDIA like 650M, like some nonsense like that. That ran Assetto Corsa on medium graphics, which are more than enough, no frame rate dipping, and we used a Logitech G27 race wheel, also purchased off Craigslist. I think the laptop was like $140 and the wheel was $200. So for, you know, $340, we had the full simulator setup. So, you know, with that being said, your best bet is definitely Craigslist. There's absolutely no need to go out and ball out on like a massive gaming computer just to run Assetto Corsa. It doesn't take that much to run. Get on Craigslist and do what you gotta do. When will the OG Miata build start? Soon-ish. It's not priority at all, but it is something that I personally want to start. So, you know, maybe when things slow down a little bit, I'll get cracking on it. I do already have the vision in my mind of what I want the car to be. This is why I want to start it. So with that being said, just kind of chill, and when, you know, things slow down, look forward to the OG Miata build.
Is that the red one?
No, it's my white old one. It's my first car, actually. I bought it back.
It's not the one that you guys turbo.
No. That was my second Miata.
What happened to that one?
With that, that's a good question, actually. With that Miata, that was the Miata that I bought to drift and it was gonna be like a daily drifter, and like I wanted to daily it to college and back. What happened?
You know that series.
Oh yeah, the wood popped in. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Someone like jumped on it. So the Little Miata that could, that's the car that Caleb just asked that question. It's a really good question. I've seen it multiple times, like with Dylan and shit. So I'm gonna explain this once right now. The Little Miata that could was my car first. I went to New Hampshire. I bought it from that Miata dealer. I dailied it to college and back, and then I got another drift car. We moved to Cornwall, and I just had this extra Miata. So I kind of threw the keys to Dylan. I said, hey, like, you know, drive this around, drift it, do what you gotta do. You know, it was registered to me the whole time. And then, you know, when the giveaway thing started, I signed the title over to Haggard Racing Co. so that it was a company car at that point, so that we could give it away. But with that being said, that's the story of the Little Miata that could. It started as my daily for college, and then I kind of threw Dylan the keys so he could have some fun with it, and then we moved on, we gave it away. Can I do a 180 on Caleb's bike? Yes, I can. Which Formula Drifter's car would you drift? I'm a huge fan of Turk's car. I'm a huge fan of Forrest Wang's car, and Odie Bakshi's last year's FD car, his Genesis. Huge fan of that thing. Caleb, do you have any input on this?
Whose car would I drive?
Which Formula Drifter's car would you drive? Yeah.
Can I pick multiple?
Yeah, I just did. I picked like 3 or 4 right there.
Matt Field, S14. Dirk Stratton, C6. Or Forrest, S14.
Alright, well, there you go.
Forrest with the fire car.
Yeah, Forrest Wang's car is beautiful. Caleb, would you rather drift Orion's Genesis or Cam's 240?
Your Genesis. I've drifted a lot of 240s, that's the only reason. I've never driven a Genesis.
There we go. Maybe we'll change that one day.
Yeah. I'll let you drive my S14.
Oh, there we go. That's the trade-off right there.
We'll go to the track for a day and swap cars the whole day.
Yep, sounds good to me. Drift that. You'll have a little bit more power than me, so I think I'm going to have a little bit more fun than you are.
Yeah, hold on. If we do that, though, we have to pay for the upkeep. So, like, I pay for the tires for your car, you pay for the tires for my car.
I mean, that's only fair, though. Yeah, that's only fair.
My car does 1 lap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's only fair.
That is...
Yeah, one
fair,
lap on a brand new set.
Yeah, that's kind of...
100% honest opinions on Dylan/Alex, and in parentheses my name, assuming that he wants me to answer this question. I gave you my thoughts on Dylan. Like I said, you know, he did some questionable stuff to me personally, and I'm not trying to throw shade on him at all because we were boys, but you know, it was definitely time to part ways on that. As for Alex, and I am not throwing shade at all. Me personally, I don't really like him. He definitely fucked me over like super duper ultra fucking hard, and for that, you know, maybe one day I'll forgive him. I have already, you know, kind of like mentally forgiven him. I've moved on, but personally, I don't fuck with him anymore. Let's see, Dream Wheels. You already know, dude. Them tarmacs. How about you?
You love those wheels so much.
Yeah, dude. You're fucking using one as a footrest.
It's a great footrest, dude. No, they're nice wheels.
Dream
Chow,
wheels. I know you. LXZ. There we go.
LXZ.
Those are good ass
wheels. I love those wheels.
Those are good wheels.
Oh, I love those wheels. For me, I like wheels that fit, and I don't run any camber. I run a really big rear tire. I have Y-swab in the front, so I like something with a good offset that's going to fit my fenders and not give me some crazy aggressive poke. Right now I'm on the Koenig Hypergrams, 18 by 9.5 rear, plus 25, and 17 by 9 plus 25s in the front. They fit great. They're a gunmetal gray color, which is going to look great with my livery that some of you have seen, some of you haven't. And yeah, I'm stoked on it.
There we go. Caleb, why'd you get a face tattoo?
It's like, I feel like people forget that I already had one. I have 2 face tattoos. And you know, I don't know, I like the way the face tattoos look. I have a lot of friends that have tattoos on their faces. I have tattoos a lot of other places also. You know, I just do whatever I want. I do what I want. I like the way they look, so I got it. And people are like, oh, he's going to be unemployed forever. It's 2017. Tattoos are not a setback.
Yeah, no one really cares.
Unless it said like "fuck you" or some racist shit, you have no problem. Nothing on my body is racist or or negative or anything like that. They're just bicycles.
Where do you guys plan on going this year in the RV? Pretty good question. Everywhere, yeah. You're just gonna have to find out, and you know, we'll obviously video where we're going. Why is Chow so gosh darn good looking? Dude, that's race car stuff.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. That's the end. We scrolled through every single question you guys had. Like I said, I was, you know, I'm trying to be real with you guys, but at the same time not throw shade. And I hope you guys can appreciate that. I don't want to really go into more detail. I know you guys might have some more questions about a few specific things that I answered, but you know, that's it. So
well, we could always do another one of these later on, maybe on your channel.
Yeah, later on in life. But you know, for the most part, I think we got most of everyone's big ass questions out of the way, so that you guys shouldn't really have any more questions for like 6 months to a year. With that being said,
crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Definitely be sure to subscribe to Caleb's channel. Also, there is 3 days left to enter for your chance to win our Honda Ruckus.
It is. I'm entering.
Yeah, you gotta enter. Yeah, you can enter. Yeah, you gotta enter.
I'll put the link in the description below.
Yeah.
And
this isn't like, I can't give you an unfair advantage.
Of course not. Of course not.
If you enter and don't win.
When I did the raffle for my car, Quentin bought a few tickets.
Yeah, he did.
And he's one of my best friends. He could have won, but he didn't.
So,
some kid won it and sold it.
It's a 150 swap. The thing fucking cruises. It's like
150cc.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
It cruises,
Does
dude.
It wheelie?
So, no, it's stretched. It can't wheelie. It'll do a fat burnout though.
That's it.
So yeah, definitely subscribe, like, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.